Hey guys, in this tutorial I want to take you through one of the most common loans that we see in our society today, one of the most common loans that gets people into trouble financially, and that is the interest-free loan. So you'll often see the retailers on the TV going, hey, 60 months interest-free or 24 months interest-free, and it sounds like such a good deal that you can go into a shop, you can take away your laptop right now, and you can then pay for it over the next 24 months and not have to pay any interest on it at all. Now, let's just say that you've got an assignment due, you've left it to the last minute, it's due on Monday and it's Sunday night, or perhaps not Sunday night, let's say Friday, you're a bit more organised. Friday night, your computer dies, you go, oh no, what am I going to do? You head down to your local electronics retailer and you find the laptop that you want, and as you get to the checkout, they say to you, well, look, we can actually offer this to you on an interest-free loan if you like. You obviously look like a poor student and look like you need the help, so you're thinking, interest-free, that sounds really good. And they say, yeah, instead of paying $1,500 right now, you can pay it back over the next 24 months, and you just have to pay $48.95 per month. You go, wow, $48.95, I can afford that. That's really doable. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. And it's interest-free. But, yes, it might be interest-free, but that doesn't mean it's fee-free. So what we have here is we have a loan establishment fee of $25, so you're paying out extra money, and you have monthly admin fees of $4.95. Now, this is typical of some of the main retailers, but in some cases, the amount of money that they will charge you in fees is equivalent to 20% of the value of the thing that you've purchased. So in this case, you'll often find that if you've purchased something for $1,500, then the fees will equate to around $300. So that's quite a big chunk. Given they're not paying you, you're not paying any interest, you are paying a lot in fees. Now in this instance, I've been conservative and I've said it's just $25 up front and then $4.95 on a monthly basis, but that still adds up to $143.80 over that 24 months, which is a lot of money still that you're giving away, given that they've got you in on the interest-free thing. But the biggest thing you need to be wary of with an interest-free loan is that this $48.95, you would assume that that would mean that the loan would be paid off inside the interest-free period, right? Wrong. That is not what happens a lot of the time. What actually happens is they give you this minimum figure that you've got to pay back, and in our case here, this $48.95 doesn't pay off the loan inside that 24-month period. And in fact, at the end of the 24 months, you're left with $480 on that loan. You assume it's paid off, and they go, no, actually, you still owe $480, and now, because you haven't paid it off inside that interest-free period, you are going to pay us 26% interest on that loan. This happens all the time. This happens with just about every single one of these interest-free loans, is that the minimum amount they give you does not mean it's going to be paid off in time, which means that you don't have it all paid off by that interest-free period, and you then start paying this astronomical interest rate on what's left. So what you need to do, well, firstly, I'd be saying to you, if you can't afford to pay cash for it, don't buy it, especially things that decrease in value like computers. If you can't afford to pay cash for it, you really shouldn't be buying it. But let's just say you had to, because it's the only way you're going to get your computer to get your assignment done. I know it happens. Let's say it's the only way you can do it. You need to make sure that you've calculated this figure yourself. You're not just relying on what the shop's giving you. You've calculated this figure yourself, so you know exactly what you need to be paying every month to ensure that you have the loan paid off before the interest-free period. And do not expect them to send you a nice letter saying, oh, by the way, your interest-free period ends on this day. It probably won't happen. So you need to take responsibility for yourself. Figure out, there's a great little calculator on the ASIC website. I'll leave a link in the notes below on the ASIC website that will figure out for you what you actually need to be paying to ensure you've got it paid off before that interest-free period ends. So there we go, interest-free loans. Yes, they might be interest-free loans, but they're not fee-free, and there are some traps in there that you just need to be aware of. My advice is stay away from the interest-free loans.